Number 3, Mr. Suspicion. He usually sees what he wants to see. He always thinks everybody's trying to kill him. Everybody trying to fuck his wife, man. Yo, YT, it's Jay Lee back at another video. Today we're gonna be doing Law 19 through Law 21. So yeah, I got the book right here. Know who you're dealing with. Do not offend the wrong person. There are many different kinds of people in this world, and all your strategies won't work the same way on the same person. You have to know who you're dealing with. You have to use your different strategies for the kind of person you're dealing with. Now let me get more into it. Here's 5 of the most different types of people that he listed. So the first one, the arrogant and proud man. They may initially disguise it. This man's total touchy pride makes them dangerous. Once you sense an oversensitive and overreactive pride, flee. They can't take criticism. That's all it is. They can't take criticism. They're always offensive over every little thing. Number 2, the hopelessly insecure man. Related to the proud and arrogant man, but it's less violent and harder to spot. His ego is fragile. He has a sense of his own insecurities. They will attack you with little sneak disses. That's what it is. It's the little sneak disses that they do, that you just don't even understand why. It's just small little things, small little jabs that you kind of feel and you just kind of like brush off. Yes, those are the hopelessly insecure men. Those are the people that they know they're insecure. They just, it's just a disease. They just have this hating disease that they just don't like anybody that's doing better than them. Number 3, Mr. Suspicion. He usually sees what he wants to see. He always thinks everybody's trying to kill him. Everybody trying to fuck his wife, man. Everybody's trying to kill his dog. Like, this guy is weird. He has at least 3 danger. Mr. Suspicion is the least dangerous of the 3. Easily to deceive, play on suspicions of nature. So they're really stupid because they're over here guessing of they don't even know what they're doing. So it's very easy to just manipulate them because they're always thinking of this, that, some random ass shit. You could just play on that, what they're thinking of. Like, all right, the 4th person, the serpent with a long memory. If hurt or deceived, show no anger on the surface. He will calculate and wait, but when he is in a position and turns the tables, he will take the opportunities. It's the type of guy who, if do whatever to him, he will take that shit personal and he will take that shit to the grave. Like, he'll fucking wait until it's the perfect time and then boom, turn on you. Just because he hates you that much. So you're gonna act like your friend just so he could just fuck you up. That's how people are. And you really gotta notice these people, how the way they just recognize them by their skill and planning. Now this person is usually cold or unaffectionate. Recognize this man by his calculation. The 5th person, the plain, unassuming, and often unintelligent man. So the NPCs. You might think that this is an easy target, but in fact, the average Joe is a lot harder to deceive than you imagine. Basically, NPCs. The NPCs will not take the bait, only because he does not recognize it. He will not harm you or take revenge, but be a waste of time and energy. So yeah, these are just the people that just don't even they're not even there, man. They just living for real. Like, you just really can't do nothing. They won't take no bait. They won't argue back with you. They don't engage in any conflict at all. They're just living their little life because I don't know. That's all it is. Those are the 5 people. So let me go over them again, so just in case y'all forgot. The arrogant and proud man. So basically, the guy who is very sensitive, and if you say anything about his what he's doing or his pride, he'll get so offensive that he won't even listen to your points. The 2nd people, the hopelessly insecure man, the little insecure guy who knows he's insecure, knows he's ugly, but he just throws these light jabs at people because he just doesn't like himself, man. He just do these sneak disses because he's just jealous. All right, the 3rd person, Mr. Suspicion. He wants to see usually the worst in others. Mr. Suspicion is the person that thinks everybody's against them and very easily deceived. 4, the serpent with a long memory. Now this is the type of guy who will wait and then hit you whenever you never see it. He'll act like your best friend just because you did him wrong that one time and you won't say shit about it. All right, they're usually very unemotional. 5, the plain unassuming NPC. The guy who just doesn't even know, man. He just you can't even fight the guy. He'll run away. Like, so yeah, those are the 5 people. Keys to power: the ability to measure people and to know who you're dealing with is the most important skill in gathering and conquering power. Before pushing any move towards anyone, take the measure of your mark and potential opponent. First, also, never fly on your instincts. You must have a good evidence. So even if that means spying, never trust appearances. So, like, if you really want to get to know this guy, you could spy on him, which is crazy. I'm not a serial killer personally, so I don't spy on people, but hey, whatever you need to do, man. Now, reversal, there is no reversal. Why would you want to be ignorant to potential threats? That is so stupid. There's no reversal. Don't try to look for one either. You can if you want, actually. Go ahead, be my guest. But all right, that was law 19. Know who you're dealing with. Law 20. Do not commit to anyone. By maintaining your independence on sides, you stay neutral all the time. So you can't commit. And what does this mean? It basically means you can't commit to no groups, nothing like that. You gotta always be. It's best to be neutral. You could always talk to both sides. See what they're dealing with. See what they're. Oh, why do you hate this side? Oh, you. It's always good to be neutral. You don't ever want to be on one side because one side could fall and then the other side's you're fucked, or one side could rise and it's just too much. You got too much commitment. You never know. It's not just you responsible, it's the whole group. Now let's see, if you allow anyone to feel they possess you to any degree, you lose all power. Play the virgin queen. Give them hope but never satisfaction. So let's say the group's trying to recruit your ass. You could tell them just some slick shit that you might join or whatever, just to get them off. Just stop talking to me. Get out of my ear. Just get them out of your ear. All right. So learn tricks to make yourself pop, stand out. Remember, the goal is not to put people off or make it seem that you are incapable of commitment. Stir the pot. Extire interest. Lure people with possibility of having you. So basically, that's all it is. You're just kind of. I don't want to use that word. That's crazy. You're kind of like you're just teasing them, bro. That's all it is. You just can't ever let them. You can't ever join. You just always tease them about joining. Now this is part 2 of the law 20. Do not commit to anybody. Stay above the fray. Do not let people drag you into their petty fights and squabbles. If you involve yourself with a fray, aka the left wing, you will ultimately suffer, even if y'all all victorious and obligation leads to another. So yeah, you'll ultimately suffer because what I just said. If you go join the group and they lose or some shit and they lose everything, then you're gonna lose everything too because you're in that group. Or if they win everything, you might win everything in the moment, but people will seek revenge after. It's not. It's gonna happen. It's a group versus a group. It's always history repeats itself. It's always gonna be a different group, people that survive, and they're gonna get your ass. Keys to power. Self-control is important. To play the game properly, you must seem interested in other people's problems, even sometimes appear to take their side. So what I was just saying. 2 groups. If you go there, talk. You can stay neutral. You can talk to both of them and see what they're both on. That's all it is. Maintain your sanity, keeping your emotions disengaged. No matter how hard the people try to pull you in, never let your interest in their affairs kept silent. Give them gifts, charm them. Do not let them get close to you. Stay independent and maintain the initiative. That's all it is. All it is. Now reversal. You can take a side to prove you are capable of attachment. Even then, you still need to keep your independence. So now, you can't do this forever. You can't just be neutral forever. Because if you're neutral forever, people are going to start thinking you're something a little weird. You can't commit to nothing. So, yeah, sometimes you're going to need to go to a group, do something, commit to something, act like you are, just so you seem trustable. Because if you're always neutral, it seems like you're not very trustable, that you're just against everybody else. Now, here's Law 21. Law 21, play a sucker to catch a sucker. Seem dumber than your mark. No one likes feeling stupider than the next person. The trick is then to make your victims feel smart. Not just smart, but smarter than you are. Once convinced of this, they will never suspect that you may have ulterior motives. What you need to do is to reassure people that they are more intelligent than you, even if they aren't. Alright, Law 21 is very, very simple. And I'm sorry I didn't put no stories in any of the laws because the laws are fairly simple. You don't need a story for these laws. But the next laws that do need a story, I always do put a story, so don't give me that. Anyways, the Chinese had a phrase whenever they would go hunting. It would be how they masked themselves as a swine to kill the tiger. It refers to an ancient hunting technique in which the hunter clothes himself in the hide of a snout of pig and mimics its grunting. And a mighty tiger thinks it's a pig coming its way, lets it get close, and then they kill the tiger. It's an easy meal. That's all it is. Is you're playing somebody else. You're in theater. You're in theater. You're just playing. That was all the laws. Not too much laws, you know. They weren't very confusing. At least I don't think so. If they were, let me know. I got you. I could summarize it real quick. But yeah, I'll stay locked in, as will I. I'll tell y'all what I've been doing another time. Just stay locked in, as will I.